What's up, everybody? Tommy Har with the Real Side of Real Estate. And yesterday we just bought 5 properties and 11 vacant lots in one purchase. I've never been inside the houses, so today I'm gonna walk you through all 4 of the 5 because one is still occupied, and give you my first thoughts, talk about the exit strategies, and show you the real side of real estate. So let's go to these properties and check it out. All right, so these properties are about 15 minutes from our office. We bought them for $420,000. So I think it's about $84,000 a property. There's a 3-1, they're all different types of houses. So we're gonna walk through them all and kind of just give our synopsis. But I think that the ARV on these properties with the lots is about 1.1 million. So bought for $420,000. We're gonna end up putting maybe 250 grand in and refinance and keep them all. Unless anything changes, we might flip them too. So it's looking like a great deal. It was financed all by a private money lender. And the not so cool thing is this deal took about, don't want to get in a wreck here. This deal took, I think, 60 days, maybe a little bit longer to get across the table. So we bought this from a wholesaler, and the sellers were going through probate. So somebody passed away and they inherited these houses, and it had like 5 different sellers, 5 different people that had their hands in the pie. And we had it closed about 30 days ago, and they didn't find a tax lien until that day. So they had a $70,000 tax lien that the sellers had to pay, and we had to figure out how to do it. So they went back to their attorneys, and we all figure out who was gonna pay for it, and they negotiated in that they didn't have to pay for it somehow. So they ended up getting to the closing table last Friday. This wholesaler double closed it to us, meaning they closed and then sold it to us. The wholesaler had this thing locked up for $300,000. So they made 115 grand by selling us these properties. So wholesaling is an amazing business. Highly recommend if you're watching this video and you don't know which to get into, and maybe you don't have money and you have some time, wholesaling is gonna be your best bet. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good deal. And lastly, Friday, it's Tuesday today. Last Friday was when this was supposed to close. My private money lender backed out that day. So 2 p.m. I asked them what was going on, and they said that they didn't have the money anymore. So I made a couple text messages, and it's really, really important as you start to buy properties using other people's money, make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't always rely on one person. Always diversify. Tell people what you're doing. And I had to reach out for the next 2 hours to people. And one of my buddies, Brad, so Brad, if you're ever watching this, Brad Clarizio, he's a realtor in Columbus, hooked me up, got me $420,000 in about 30 minutes. And we're refinancing out his money with another private money lender this Thursday. So this business is all about figuring it out, making it happen. And when you get punched in the face, you just got to figure it out after that. So don't let things like that deter you. So next thing you know, we'll be at the houses. We've had inspection reports on these. I've seen pictures, but I've never been inside. So I'll give you my first honest opinions and kind of what the exit plan is for these, so stay tuned. All right, so house number 1. So we own this house here. So they're all next to each other. So we got this house here, that house there, the brown house there, and then there's a house behind this one and a house to the right, and then all of this will go in the backyard, all the lots in between everything. So it's like this block of properties we just bought. Pretty cool. I used to dream about shit like this. But like I said, bought with a private money lender. I still am raising the rehab, so I just got enough to purchase it. I wanted to see kind of what the conditions they left it in and see what we really have to put in. But this house is nice. I mean, I think it's built in the 60s. It's got vinyl windows, vinyl or aluminum siding. I mean, look at this garage. I mean, are you serious? You can't build something like this for 100 grand, but this thing has its own electrical service. I mean, just a giant block garage. It's insane. So this house has aluminum siding, vinyl windows, updated dimensional roof. It's got this giant sunroom. I mean, it's just insane. So we'll see if anybody's here. But I mean, look at this sunroom.
It's a nice sunroom.
This is, you got like a doggy door there. This is really cool.
It's right here.
I mean, so why don't we just go out here real quick?
Oh, it's barred.
Barred? Okay, we'll go out there later. Looks like that might be like a well head or a septic head there. Probably a septic head.
Basement's right downstairs and outside. Yeah.
Hello? Right here? Hello? I think it's vacant. It's vacant. They said everything but the one with the Trump flags were.
This one looks nice inside.
It's a nice house. I remember seeing pictures.
Nice hardwood floor.
Come on, man. Just have to work to get in. These are all quick sets. I mean, unless they just marked them wrong. Ah, we got it. We're in. And kicked in at some point. Hello? Anybody home? Probably the power off. You got your light?
That's cool.
Looks like this gets a little wet down here, down there. All right, let's go upstairs first. Shower. Okay. So the one caveat to this house is well and septic. I think this basement probably gets a little wet. I mean, you can just kind of see how rusted some of the things are. Like the water or the electrical panel, but you got a brand new furnace, high efficient, newer water heater there. But, whew, spider webs, God bless. Whew. Half finished. I mean, it's not bad.
See the water line right there, absorbed.
Yeah. Definitely got wet or gets wet. So we either got to just rip it out and keep it as unfinished in storage in like a hangout area, or we cut in a French drain. We'll make that decision as we kind of run numbers on these things. Yeah. Okay, so the power's off. That's to be expected. So that would be our front door, entry door. Okay. So we got hardwood floors, wood paneling throughout, drop ceilings, it pops up. Not bad.
I just paint all this white.
I don't even know if I'd paint it. I mean, it's just, if it's gonna be a rental property, it's not like it's bad. It's just a little more old school. If you paint everything.
That works.
So we got, okay, so you gotta go through this bedroom to get to that bedroom. That's not awesome.
There's just a run right here in the wall. So I'm assuming that's how it's like that.
Yeah. So this is technically, this is more of like a one bed. Okay. So they added this, I'm sure, at some point. So drywall this. Make this a bedroom. Windows are great. That already is drywall. We just gotta mud it up.
It's just plywood. Oh no, it's plywood.
Well, they gotta.
Cut into it.
Yeah, it's funky. It's got like grooved plywood. It's really interesting. Super, super small. We can't really keep this as a bedroom. We gotta figure out something with that. Kids room. Or we keep it like this. I don't know.
Or you first drain that basement.
Right. Kitchen. Let me try and get some light in this beast. All right, here we go. So very old school. They got drop ceilings, which the drop ceilings are not horrible. Might keep those. We usually rip them out, but I think in this scenario we keep them. Got all this old cabinetry. Probably gotta get that gone. So update this kitchen. The only other downfall is that the bathroom is through your kitchen. So this is the only bathroom And it's kind of turnkey, old school turnkey. You got, it's built in like the 40s, the 60s, 70s, because you got a 2-prong outlet there. So you got some ungrounded electric. But I mean, all the other stuff is updated. So maybe do a kitchen bathroom remodel here.
Move the kitchen to that side.
I just don't even think it's worth it. I mean, especially if it's gonna be a rental property. I mean, you might as well just like kind of plug and play it. I mean, the basement.
Look at the dishwasher.
I know, I saw it. It's insane. So I mean, if we do new cabinets, yeah, we maybe move the sink to here and rearrange this stuff. But to me, the bigger thing is going to be how do we get as much as we can out of the space. So you got your heat return here. So you got your returns here. We need to have 2 bedrooms. So whether that's cutting a door in right here and then keeping this door here, but we got to make that officially 2 different bedrooms, you know?
I can remove the built-in fireplace.
Yeah. There's definitely options we can do. So I mean, all that's going to take, you just got to take off this piece of wood paneling and redo it. But this is actual wood paneling. So this is like my house up in my bedroom. They had this and we just painted it. It actually looks really, really cool when it's finished. So, okay. So house number 1, we're not going to take too much time. We can go back down to the basement and kind of talk about what we were talking about quickly. See if I can open up some of these blinds, man. Aha, okay. So it looks like, I mean, they framed this out, it seems like, to make the bedroom. So you gotta do something with that, but I don't hate it other than that. So either make it a big 1 bed, or you turn those into 2. Or what you would do is make your bedroom door here. So you got something up there. Interesting. If I had a step ladder, I'd go up there.
Ladder's outside.
There is a ladder outside. See if I can step up on this ledge. I'm really interested to see what that looks like.
You just pop it over like a camera there.
Ah. Wow, okay, that's not gonna work. Nope, not happening. That's crazy, okay. But exterior doors are good. I mean, you got hardwood floors. You gotta do something with these. I mean, have they seen how nasty? Just do something with those panels. Let's see what that looks like on the other side of the bedroom. Yeah, so they were finding in like closets and things like that.
See though, look, this is entryway. Here's the it's like a.
So this was the outside of the house at one point.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay. So this was the outside of the house. Okay. So more of a 1 bed, choppier house.
Right.
So what we're gonna do here probably is remove this wall, or maybe keep it since we got the drop ceilings, and have it be like a split bedroom, storage or bed here, and then finish out this basement. So French drain the basement and really finish that thing out. I mean, that's gonna be the best use of this space, and then that can stay here. And maybe we add a bathroom in the basement, but up here, I mean, paint, bathroom, kitchen, call it a day. Rent this thing out. So this house here, I mean, you got the big garage too. I mean, you can rent this thing for probably 1,500 to 1,800, maybe even 2,000 bucks a month here in Columbus. So down here, you can see how wet that's gotten all the way over here. So clearly this basement gets wet as it rains. So what we're gonna need to do is cut a drain throughout the entire perimeter, drop it down in the ground, and collect the water before it comes down. And then what we're gonna do, keep these drop ceilings. These drop ceilings are actually perfectly fine. You got lights in them in the main beam area. Finish it out. Maybe drywall it, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see what we got. A lot of spider webs though in my mouth, in my hair. So it's just kind of how it is. So when you're buying houses, especially 40s, 50s, 60s and below, and you have basements, you got to always be looking for moisture. any signs of it smelling. Clearly moisture staining. I mean, that's as clear as it gets, you know?
Right on that outlet too.
So, I mean, what we could do is just completely rip this whole wall out. Where at?
Right.
Okay. Stab me in the back. And you already got a shower here. They lifted it up so they didn't have to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but there's no toilet. I don't know. We can definitely get creative with this, but the problem is, so this house is well and septic. If you were to try and finish a basement like this, you have to have an ejector pump attached to your drain to go up and out to your drain system there. So this is probably routed into our floor drain, which is not really that cool.
Which one key indicator that it's well and septic?
So our drain, I guess there's two drains. So this drain here goes out the side of the house. So in a septic scenario, it goes out to the yard, whereas a city sewer is going to go down into the ground and out into a sewer line area. So that's kind of the main indication. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you got a new water softener system, which is good. So I mean, there's a well, and then a little bit. I mean, you could tell this basement gets wet by the rustiness here. So rustiness there, and then they got stuff up on blocks. So house number one. We can go walk around the outside again. House number one is good. Not bad. So the biggest cost in this one is figuring out layout, and then after that is going to be French drain to finish out the basement. So we just got to do a cost analysis and see if it's worth it. We'll let you go out first here, Rob. Nice house. I mean, it's got, other than a little bit of choppiness, it's got everything you want in a house. I mean, this back area is insane.
Yeah, I like this.
I mean, it's just sick. I mean, if you're somebody that likes to entertain, or if you like greenery, this is a great property for a renter. So we'll go around back here. I mean, I think when my brother and everybody inspected this house, there's a door over there we can probably get in, the garage, they said that a lot of these houses share septics. So we could go to flip them, but then we would have to then rearrange the sewer line system. So septic is where when you poop and pee and your house is tied to a tank. So if you're in rural areas, that's what it's going to go to. That's what you got to be wary of. All right. So we own all of these lots. So I'm sure I'm going to have to talk to our new tenant here after this. We got a rubber roof on the back. Rubber roof, big old trees, man. Big old trees.
Which you saw over there, one fell over. So.
Yeah. So that house there behind us, I think that's a 1-bed, 1-bath. We'll try to be easy with the camera because he is outside. But that's the only tenant that's still in the house. So this house is in great shape. I mean, just
AC looks new.
really, I mean, yeah. And newer AC, newer pretty much everything. So just really freshening this thing up and getting it up for rent. So what I'm gonna do after we take all these videos is I'm gonna go one house by one, and I'm gonna make scope of work for every single house. So we have a couple contractors that are ready for more work. Get them on here and start rocking these things out. So new AC, electric line here looks a little bit weathered. You probably can't see it in the video, but we may have to do some stuff with that. So your service line here has got a little bit of weathering. You don't want to ever see wires. It wants to be covered. You want it coated in plastic. Block windows, just a little bit of overgrowth. But the house has been vacant. This is in great shape. They re-sided it at one point because remember this was, in some point this was maybe a porch. I don't know. But house number one, or we got house number two. This is probably a 30s or 40s house as well. We got wooden siding, aluminum windows, but we got a new dimensional roof, newer gutters. From the pictures that I saw, this house was in really, really good shape. So let's try and figure out how to get in this bad boy. Big lot, nice mature landscape. 4461. But we got nice concrete work. Really just a little bit of chipping paint in the siding. But overall, man, not bad. Smells like cigarettes out in this portion right here. Fumble through all these keys. Yeah, so we'll definitely have to paint this. 4461 Floyd. I gotta keep these things together.
It's about $115,000 wholesale, looks like.
No kidding. All right, back to playing this game. First key. Hello. Hello. Lights, Mr. Rob. Now this is what I'm talking about. Look at this shit. Hardwood floors. Hardwood floors, beautiful built-in. I mean.
It only smells like smoke on the porch.
Yep. So they only smoked on the porch, it seems like. I mean, just gorgeous house. Let me try and. So we got old wooden windows, but I mean, they stay open. It's not bad, man. Big old deck. I mean, this is, I mean.
That's 30's kitchen, though, homie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you still got, I mean, look up in these ceilings. I mean, you got plaster ceilings, you got some wallpaper stuff, but overall, not bad. So we'll remodel this kitchen.
Might keep it. Look how nice it is.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean,
Metal cabinets.
metal cabinets, it's super old school. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it'd be impossible to get they have a dishwasher. Look at that. So, I mean, if we wanted to stay retro, we could, I don't know. So drop it in the comments below. Do you guys want us to keep these cabinets? Do you not? So these are straight out of like Grease or whatever the movie is. I want to keep the keys here for future notice. But let's basement or upstairs? You want to go basement? Built-in. All right. We should have called the power in already, but we haven't.
Plumbing, not just storage.
Just some stuff. All right. So first thing I noticed is like the concrete slab has been patched a bunch of times. So this basement's probably gotten wet too. So maybe this whole area, this area actually isn't a floodplain part of it. So I imagine that these basements do get a little bit wet. None of them have drainage systems. So maybe we go ahead and do that on all of them. But I mean, there's not a lot of mold on the floor joist. So I don't think it's a long-term thing. Number two, we got BX wiring right here. So most of this house, I'm assuming, is gonna be 2-wire Romex. So that's not knob and tube. I imagine that this house was probably built, if I look back 40s or 50s, that's when they got rid of knob and tube. You got an upgraded panel. I'm not sure what that's gonna go to. Maybe that's gonna be your AC unit, added stuff. But I mean, overall, I mean, this house, it's built like a bomb shelter. Once again, we got a new furnace, high efficient. So you know it's high efficient because the PVC pipes coming off of it. So those are nice, really nice. It doesn't smell that wet down here, does it, Rob?
What's up with the bottle jacks, though?
I mean, I'm assuming this thing was, they either cut some joists or it was leaning or.
Right here you can see there's some steel beam right here.
Oh yeah, they did do some beam work. So I imagine where those joists come in, they were notched and they may be splitting a little bit. Yeah, so you can see it here. That was splitting a little bit. That's okay. I mean, that's a heavy duty repair. Got a whole new, maybe not new, but a water softener system. There's your wellhead. So if you ever see these blue pumps here, that's gonna be your wellhead. And then also we got some sort of a flood pit here. So you got your condensate line coming from maybe your furnace there. They did it underground maybe. And then you got another one maybe for your water heater, but something's draining into here. This is not a sump pump pit. Let's talk about that. So it's just a sump pump. It doesn't have, so it has this one drain coming in, but I'm assuming that's the floor drain. And this pipe's gonna take it out. If this was a drainage system, it'd be cut around the exterior and dropping into this pit, which this doesn't have. So when this fills, like say this basement is gonna flood, it's gonna fill this and it's gonna kick it out, but the basement will still flood. Okay, we got plumbing running all the way across. Where's that going? All the way out the side of the house there, okay. So you got drain going that way. So this one might tie into that house.
Yeah, that might be in between the yards.
Yeah, but then you got that stack going out that way. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Definitely a little bit quirky.
Still not bad though.
No, I mean, it's in great shape. So that's all, I mean, really it down here. I mean, let's look at the water heater. You got some leveling systems, but that's completely okay because these joists come in here, they tie to our stair system, so that's why they're holding those with that. If they would have just tied them with joist hangers over time, it would have been okay. Our water heater is a 2006, so that's on borrowed time, but electric water heaters can last longer and it's got no rusting, so I'm gonna let that one ride as well. So down here, other than maybe patching up some of this dirt, because we probably want to paint our floors, maybe do a top layer of concrete or something to figure it out. But that looks like they've done that in the past and it's still cracking up. So figure that out as time goes on. We can go outside after. I mean, just beautiful hardwood floors. I mean, I don't even think we would really do anything with these. Just kind of leave them. Maybe throw some polish on them or some poly. But we got, I mean, this is gonna be plaster walls, so you got a little bit of cracking. We're gonna have to do a drywall punch. So punch these walls out a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is, I have a contractor that's ready to go like today. I'll probably have them start on this house. So start in this, paint. I'm gonna keep this wood trim, wood colored. Hello? I keep hearing some cracking. Is that us? Okay, that always scares the shit out of me. Anybody home? And then the upstairs.
3 bed? 2 bed.
1, 2, 3 beds.
Hell yeah.
3 beds, 1 bath. Is that you? Why are you doing that shit?
I shut the cabinet door.
Yeah, like a ghost.
Why are you getting scared in here, bro?
Because I mean, you hear people walking. So, yeah, asshole. But yeah, I mean, this one, a lot of drywall punch out. Change the lights, change the switches. I mean, you just got some beautiful hardwood floors. I mean, for plaster walls, I mean, these things are in insane condition. So any wood that's wood colored we'll keep. Anything that's painted already, we're gonna paint. We'll keep the hardwood. This will all be maybe carpeted if it's already carpeted, but we'll see what's under it. I mean, this is in great shape, man. This is insane. This house is big.
I know.
All right, let's go outside. Check it out. So, we'll hang out, yeah. So we'll check out the bathroom here, which is a pretty standard bathroom. We'll probably keep the bathtub, new shower system, tile it up, and then just freshen this up, new vanity, new toilet, all that stuff. But in the next video, so if we're gonna start a little, maybe a series on this. In the next video, I'm gonna have Rob just videotape me making this scope of work with our virtual assistant. So you guys will hear and see everything after watching this of exactly what we're gonna do to a house like this. So I'm kind of in my head thinking, okay, what do we gotta do for resale? Number one, if it was a flip, I gotta look at comps and see. But I know here, kitchen, bathroom, paint, it's pretty much it. Realistically, if we wanted to get top ARV, we're gonna have to do windows. But I think that's something that we could probably, these are old, nice wood windows actually, so we're gonna probably just keep it as is. But this living space is just huge. I mean, this is great. I mean, great condition. So I'm gonna drop each key where they belong here. I mean, these hardwood floors are crazy.
Houses are the nicest ones I've walked with you in a minute. Like just straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say right now, if we're counting, we're 2 for 2. So 2 good houses. I mean, look at this porch. I mean,
Porch.
great porch.
It's like the sunroof on the other one.
pull this up, pull this floors up, paint them. I don't know what's under it, but I mean, what a nice house. Let me close this up real quick. We'll come back, actually.
Oh, we got the brown one over here too.
Yes, sir. Straight over.
Yeah, that one doesn't look as good, homie, but
We'll see. Well, let's walk around the outside.
fake on it.
So you got giant parking. So I mean, realistically, you probably should scrape and paint this exterior if we really wanted to go nice, which we might. So paint the exterior, paint it nice, maybe white again. Oh, I mean, the soffit itself is not bad. We probably just scrape and paint that too. And then you got a big old deck on the back here. I mean, this is pretty crazy. It's a nice house. Big deck, paint this. It's really not in bad shape either. I mean, the wood's splintering a little bit. Not bad. Have them paint these doors with the rest of it. They're old wooden doors, but they're probably got this locked, yeah. But with a little bit of love, I mean, you'd be surprised with a nice kitchen and painting this place. Look beautiful. Look at how big this tree is behind you. I mean, that is just crazy as hell. So I mean, if you can just imagine it here, we do well, these rent for good, or a good amount. These are 11 lots or 12 lots that we own right here. So all the way across, it goes probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 in between. I don't know, I'd have to pull up the map. But we own all these lots. We can do whatever the hell we want with them. And as we do the burn method, so we bought it for $420. We're gonna put, I don't know, between that house and this house already, we're maybe looking at 60 grand, 70 grand. So let's say that we spend 250 grand max on all 5 houses. We're all in 670 grand. It's gonna be worth $1.1 million. Cash out refinance 200 grand. And I'm not even talking about the lots. The lots have to be worth something, right? So the ARV on this house here is probably 200 grand, maybe 220. The one before, 180 to 200. So we're talking real money on this deal. I mean, we're gonna make $250,000 on this deal alone on maybe a cash out refinance. And that's with keeping the properties in cash flowing. And then if we're like, you know what, screw it, let's sell. We could sell a couple of them, recoup all of our capital, and own the rest of them for free. I mean, the amount of things you can do, or you can flip them all. We could probably throw all these houses on the market today, doing nothing, and make 200 grand. Insane. And the wholesaler made 115 grand on this deal. Stupid. All right, so house number 3. Roof looks good. New dimensional roof. Gutters, I can't say the same. Chimney is pretty wild. Look at that flue on that thing, the circular one. So any electrical drop should be 9 feet above the tallest point of where your hand can be. So might need a little bit raised here. Yeah. So we got 4473, 4440 Helen. Where are we on Floyd? I don't know if I have this key. Yeah, that means it's vacant. Oh, it's eviction, so they got evicted. Nah, they're gone. I got confirmation that they were out. Hopefully. You never know, people can always move back in. So you got the basement window broken out. So you got basement window broken out. Just by the foundation alone, I know this is probably a 30s or 40s house. But you got cedar shake. So this is a wood siding. It's actually in pretty good shape. It's just got some chipping paint. So we're gonna figure out here how to get in. I think they said, so 4473. I don't know if we have a key to this one or not. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, by any means necessary. You hear the door?
I heard a car door.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna try and figure out how to get in here, you know? Ah. You think it's these?
Easy enough.
Okay, so third house, we're walking into it now. There's like a little, maybe converted garage or something here. But they were using it definitely to have that hold their dogs and stuff. This one has power. So it's weird. I'm trying to figure out what's going on back here. Because here you have a 220 electric. So right when I walk in, you got an electrical panel, sub panel. You got 220, which would be for a dryer. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what they use the space for. But first thing I see is, okay, a lot of windows. So if you see how nasty that was gross. So you got a lot of old windows. So what we might do for something like this, since it's outside, is paint all of this, clean it, paint it, and then make all these screens and have this like a screened in area and paint the floors.
No insulation on that?
No. So I mean, really the exterior of the house is here.
Yeah.
Let's see how long it takes me to open up this thing. I should have done that already. Hey, it's unlocked. Thank God, I got a bunch of. All right. Hello? Anybody home? Nobody's home.
Oh, feels nice.
You got the AC on.
It's fucking gross though.
It is gross, but hey, we were due for a gross one. You were saying that. How the fuck do I keep this thing open? Whatever. Okay. Don't ever open the fridges in these houses. But this is nice. Old wooden windows again. They function. Got our bathroom. Through the kitchen again, which is weird, but hopefully there's another one here because I know some of these were 2-2s. So we just got to figure out what's what. These houses. So this bathroom here, I mean, you can come in and look at this. This one needs about a full rehab. So you got the old paneling. We'll see if there's drywall behind it. Some of these windows are vinyl. It's great. Rip all this out. Exhaust fan. Rip out the kitchen. This one I'm going to guess just by doing so many of these. This one's going to be a 50 grand rehab. You got a nice living space. This one seems like everything's on one floor. This is a cool layout. Oh, there's upstairs too. This is cool. Why is there an exhaust fan in the dining area? Okay. Huh. So the roof kind of has a lot of slants and valleys, so I'm assuming that that's going to be a leak somewhere in a valley, which I mean, it's just mold. Figure that out. It's pretty simple to fix. You got some mold down in this corner. So there's definitely some gutter and fascia and moisture valley thing that we got to figure out on the outside, I imagine. Okay. So we need doors, we need closet doors, we need to remove all the stuff. So what I'm going to do is probably get a 40-yard dumpster and put it in between all these and just demo them at the same time and just knock it all out. My demo guy just texted me while we were here and said he wanted more work. So I'm probably going to text him while we're here and say, hey, go ahead and start over here. So we got a bedroom here, bedroom here. This doesn't look bad. This house screams like it would have some hardwood floors under it. So let's see if we do. Nope. It's probably under that asbestos tile. We got asbestos tile there. So we'll rip up the carpet and we'll lay floating floors right over asbestos tile. So asbestos tile looks like this. You guys are gonna get a whole bunch of stuff here today. So they're 9x9 tiles. Don't crack that up, lay right over top of that. You're gonna see that more on slab houses, so no basements. But you see it everywhere. It's a cool little layout.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Bigger than it looks outside.
Way bigger than what it looks like. So what we could do is we could open up this wall from there to there, really give it more open area. Brick fireplace is sick. So they were actually doing fires in it because it's all blackened, but let's see what we got upstairs. Looks like they've patched some holes in the walls. I mean, man, not bad.
I think there's gonna be more Cape Cod up here.
Yeah, I think it's one bedroom. Maybe, hopefully another bathroom. That would be sweet. Very low ceilings. Storage. Huh, okay. Different.
Definitely smell the moisture up there. Like some kind of mold.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a moldy smell.
Some mildew for sure.
Okay, so I mean, carpet this, mud up this walls and ceilings, and honestly call it a day. I mean, it's a kid's room all day. Kids room, office, something, but I'm calling it a bedroom. We got closets, all that stuff. But the only problem with this house is one bathroom through the kitchen, which isn't great. And to me, the layout of this house is, it screams rental anyway, because I mean, it's a little choppy. It's not really what you want to look for. So this one will definitely be a rental property no matter what. It's big. It's got 2 beds. I mean, 1, 2, 3 beds, 1 bath, 3 bed, 1 bath, 3 bed, 2 bath, nice yard. Perfect rental properties, man. Okay, so this house, solid. So one asbestos tile here. We need to put trim down. I mean, we could add another bathroom in the house too if we wanted. Oh, basement. So I'm gonna spare you guys the basement down there. It's not terrible. A lot of leveling systems, a lot of old steel beams that we're probably just gonna keep there. But the biggest thing is we need a new furnace, most likely a new air conditioner, new water heater, and really just clean it all up. So that's really the big stuff down there. So we're looking at probably 15 grand down in the basement, maybe 10, but a lot of just clutter. Once we throw some stuff away, once we gut some stuff, the stuff will all start to clean up. So let's go outside and check this exterior out. Like I said here, this is really cool. I mean, depends on what you just define as cool, but we can scrape all this down because we're gonna paint the exterior anyway, and paint all this, probably paint it black, and then, I mean, maybe paint it all black or paint it all white, whatever, and it'll be a nice hangout spot.
Does it smell like out here, man?
It smells like cigarettes and dogs and piss. All right, so let's check out the outside here. So once again, we have wooden cedar shake siding. What we're gonna have to do is pressure wash this stuff down. And once we do that, it'll paint beautifully. I mean, you either pressure wash it or you sandblast it, get all these chipping paints off, and we're gonna paint a certain color. So we might paint that one a different color than this, or we paint them the same color. I love blue. So in the comments, if you're watching this so far, well, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining our channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you get some value out of this stuff, let me know. And share with a friend. So let us know what color paint you want us to do here. So we got older wooden windows. The gutters are falling off the house. So we saw in that closet over there, I think that's that bedroom, there were some leaks. I want to figure out why that's doing that. So you got gutters. You see that gutter that's full, leaking straight down on the wall. I'm sure that's probably why. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of disrepair out here. So we need gutters. The roof is good. We need some flashing work. Yeah, a decent amount of that type of stuff. So what I'm talking about with Rob is this. So you see this gutter's full. You can see the plants growing in it. It's just spewing down into this wall, and you can see it's just completely rotting out this siding. So it's then going into behind the wall. So we're gonna have to, fix that, make sure the gutters are sloping out, put new gutters, and then kick them out. So anytime you see moisture on the inside of the house, don't freak out. It's coming from somewhere on the outside.
Some of these are kicking out.
Yeah, so they're kicking out, so they knew they had a problem, but they're also ripping off the rafter tails. So the other thing about this is they don't have a fascia. So they're tying all these to rafter tails, and now as that moisture comes down, it's just pulling these gutters off the house, which you don't want to see. Last thing I want to get is poison ivy today, but so something like this whole house is open soffit. So you got rafter tails. What we could do if we get down to the end and we don't want to paint all the soffits is we could just do vinyl soffit throughout and clean it up, box it out with fascia, and it would end up looking pretty good. So we'll make that decision as time goes on. But the cool thing is these houses are all vacant. So I'm going to put one of my contractors that has the manpower. We're going to blast all 3 of these houses out at a time. It's going to be awesome. I mean, it really does not get easier than this or better than this. All these houses in one spot. I mean, it's amazing. So let's look back and see if we see anything else. Really choppy house. I mean, just a really, really weird added onto house. I mean, that bathroom, this foundation here is different than the main house. So this back area was definitely an addition, but it is what it is. We'll clean it up. We'll make it look like it was always supposed to be there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the camera down. There's the neighbor. I'm gonna be property management. I don't know who the owner is. And we'll go see what we can see. We'll figure out what his lease is, and I don't know, see what's going on. Now you got nosy neighbors. Okay. Well, let's see if the doors are open. We'll go inside first. I didn't think so. I've got the keys. I think they said the back door. How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Doing great. You running still? All right, so here, this one's clearly in worse shape than the others. So you got nice vinyl siding, but the roof is all jacked up. It's got 3 tab shingles. This one has a basement, so you see the window wells, but the soffits look good. So I think it's just the roof and the AC units coming out the front windows that make it look like shit. But we'll see what we're working with. I know this is gonna work here. So first things first, nice little backyard. You gotta clean out here. So this could be a septic area. I don't really know. So we'll try and figure out what's what with everything. You got a wellhead over that side in that lot. So I'm assuming we own all this stuff too. I just have no idea what we own and what we don't. It's insane. Back of the garage. It's pretty damn cool. All right, let's see what we're working with. But vinyl siding, this will pressure wash out great. Hello? Anybody home? So once again, older house, you got a brick foundation. This was the exterior of the house, I'm assuming at one point. So you got a bulkhead. So this is gonna be your attic access, or your crawl space access. But a lot of wild stuff going on. So you have your washer and dryer right here, draining into this. No idea what's going on. So I'm assuming we'll have to rip all this out, get this down to bare bones. This will have to be open up these windows back and make this just a patio. So all these have I'm assuming they were all, obviously we bought it from one person. So I'm assuming they all converted patios and porches at one point. But not terrible. Hello. All right, Rob had some camera issues, so we're at the 4th house and we've walked through it already. I'm gonna give you guys a quick walkthrough. But I think what we did was first 2, great shape, we're feeling good. The 3rd one we're like, oh, a little bit quirky. And then the 4th one, we're like, okay, this one's a little beat up. So this house is a little beat up, very choppy. Trying to figure out now what the hell to do with it. So you walk in the front door here, got hardwood floors, decent living room, drop ceilings. I mean, we can keep this stuff, it's not horrible. Big living room. We need to do all windows. I mean, they beat this place up pretty good. So we need to do floors, quarter round, fix all the walls. But the big issue in this house are 2 things. Number one is this is really your only true bedroom other than your upstairs. So you gotta have an adult live in a house, right? So for those of you that are watching this, I'm sure you're an adult, I would assume. This is not big enough for you. You gotta have a bigger bedroom than this. So we gotta figure out, we may steal into this bedroom or this living space there. We need to make this much, much bigger. So 1 bedroom needs to get way bigger, or we steal that way into the kitchen, but we can't steal this way because this is gonna be our staircase. So that's problem number 1 that we're running into. Number 2 is gonna be more downstairs, but I wanna show you guys the rest of this place. Walking upstairs, complete disrepair, obviously. Good kids' rooms. So what we can do is frame this up here, add a door right here, add a door where Rob's at. So now you got 2 spaces here. But what I'm not noticing and what you need to always be looking for, especially when you have Cape Cods, which are finished attics that you walk up to, no heat runs. So it's hot as can be here. It's like 90 in Ohio today. Even hotter up in these attics. You hear I'm out of breath. I'm a fit guy, but I'm out of breath because it just kind of takes it right out of you. So we don't have heat runs up here. We got to do full remodel. We got holes in the walls. We need windows. So what we're gonna do, luckily this is a Cape Cod, we're gonna steal this space here, run ductwork up, because we're gonna have to do all new HVAC system anyway in this house. So this will be part of this room, or maybe up in the top, but these will be 2 kids' bedrooms. So the big issue is trying to figure out, or I mean, this is a decent sized room. It could be for an adult, but not really. You got a lot of old plaster, so we're gonna have to do what's called level 5 drywall skim. So come through and really skim through these walls or get rid of them all. But tear down the ceilings. This one will be more of a full rehab. This is a smaller house. I bet, if I were to guess, this is an 850 square foot house. We're probably gonna spend 60 grand on this thing. So we need a roof, we need windows, we need to reconfigure, we need a kitchen, we need a bathroom. The downstairs is what I'm gonna show you guys here now through the kitchen. So we got our kitchen here, but our bathroom here. So all of them have one bathroom. Just very, very shitty work. So this has got to all come out. We're gonna have to redo this. Maybe we can keep the tub, but my bets are that we're probably not gonna be able to. So not a gut, but mostly a full rehab there. And I don't see a reason for this wall to be here. So what we might do is just blow this all the way back and open it up and try and figure out where we can squeeze another bath or bedroom in. And then we got the kitchen. A lot like the last one that we saw that had kind of the built-in cabinets. This to me is not that bad actually. The uppers, we could probably keep those, but this is all gonna get stripped down. If we're gonna reconfigure the space or if we're gonna open up this wall, we're gonna have to drop these ceilings. So we're gonna have to do drywall ceilings all the way across. So this one's gonna be a little more involved. Rip out all this stuff. None of these are that nice. There's not really a purpose for any of this. So what we can do here as well is the back of the house is here. We could frame this off here. And since there's a wall that we're gonna remove there, we can make that a door and make this kind of your master bedroom too, or another bedroom there. And make that over there a mudroom drop zone that leads into your master as well. So what we could do, and I just thought of this, so you guys are seeing in real time, trying to figure it out. This wall stays, goes across, this can open up. You can have a door here, or this just goes away and there's a wall that goes straight back here. So this here from there to there would be open. You got your kitchen here. And then on the back side, this is a separate entrance of the house. We have our washer and dryer we can put here or in this room. And then we open this up and then your master bedroom door is gonna be right here, walking into that area, which also leads to the back of your house. So that's my thought process now. I think that's probably what we're gonna run with. But it could, subject to change, always is. But what I'm not gonna do is bring my mom into this and have her, give her all these ideas. Because once she comes in, budgets are going way up and it's rental properties. We're gonna try and get beds and heads and a little bit of functionality out of it. Okay, back of the house, another covered porch area, nice concrete, decent stuff here. We're gonna clean it all up. We're gonna open this up, put some windows back in. It's gonna be a nice hangout spot. Or what we could do is we could frame this out and we can make this another, like this could be the back of the master bedroom we just talked about. It could be another bathroom and walk-in closet, something like that. But we don't want to overdo it on these things. And then down into the scary, nasty basement. Smells like cat piss. Got a lot of stuff going on down here. We've got old rusty ductwork that we're gonna have to get rid of. And the biggest thing is back here. So this part, you'll notice that at some point they did, so this is the original foundation here, the brick. This is not original. So at some point this brick was eroding, or this was maybe even a crawl space, something, and they dug it out and they put this wall all the way around because it was eroding. So the only time you have erosion is because of water erosion. And as we go more and more deeper into here, there's dirt floors, these pressure tanks and hot water heaters are completely rusted out. And then we've got this giant original furnace that we obviously got to get rid of. So we got a lot of HVAC work we got to do. But before that, I want to have my guys come in and pour a concrete slab with a French drain system, because it's not a big basement. We got to make sure we do this right and spend a little bit of money on this thing. So down here, this one's gonna be more involved. It's gonna be a bigger project. This will be one that will be a bigger transformation than the others. So So this house right here, I'm gonna guess, that's a guess, don't hold me accountable for this. I'm gonna guess we're gonna spend 70 grand on this. So the first house we walked, I'm not gonna get into the last one because the tenant's still there. So the first house we walked, we're probably gonna spend 30 grand on that. The next house, 20, 25, so we're at 55. The next house after that, 50 or so. So what's that gonna be, 110. Then this house, let's give it 60, 70. So we're looking at about right now, $180,000 to $200,000 between the 4 houses. So 420 grand purchase plus 200,000, 620. Then all of these 5 together will be worth, let's call it $950,000 or so. So we'll keep you guys posted as we go along. The lots we're not going to do anything with right now, and make sure you like and subscribe to the page.